It's Fully Threaded Radio Special Report.
Hey everyone, Eric Dudas with you. Well, the International Fastener Expo for 2025 took place back on September 15th through the 17th. This is our special edition recap featuring floor interviews with the lovely and talented Lynn Dempsey. It was a big year for the show. As many of you will remember, Emerald Expositions has next year's expo scheduled in Phoenix, Arizona, so it's the end of a long run out there in Vegas. Not sure if it was a chance to be sentimental about it or not, because I don't know that they've said for sure that they'll never return to Vegas. A lot of people were treating it like a farewell. I'm not sure, but I'd consider this year a success. And on this special episode of the podcast, we'll give you a little flavor of what was going on the show floor. I wasn't sure what the energy was going to be like this year. I got into Vegas early Monday, and normally I start seeing people, if not at the Cleveland airport on the way out there, then for sure once I touched down in Vegas. This year it was a little different. I didn't run into any fastener friends until I actually made it all the way to Mandalay Bay. This year it was Matt DeLauder with SWD. He was my first handshake, and then, of course, instantly it was just friends left and right. What a great ritual we have every year out there with the Fastener Show. Lots of highlights. I've got 2 big packages of sound for you, and during the break, I'll cover a few things, including golf results and a few other things. But just out of the gate, my favorite parts of this year were the Hall of Fame acceptance speeches. Lawrence Klaus with the IFE and the Fastener Training Institute was one of the inductees this year, along with Marianne Marsaki, partner of Leo Core, co-founder of Distributors Link magazine. Her daughter, Tracy Lumia, accepted the award on her behalf. Also during that ceremony, Young Fastener Professional of the Year, Tim Vath, with the ever-expanding LinFast Solutions Group, gave a very moving address. It was a nice crowd out there, and I think a lot of people were moved by his comments. One of the other big ones for me was the Brighton Best after party on Tuesday after the show closed. Brighton went all out to celebrate their big anniversary. The room was packed. Everything was top shelf. Jen and Peggy had big beaming smiles every time I looked over at them. Congratulations to Rosa and the rest of the crew. I mean, the whole crew. A lot of hands went into this one. Big success. A lot of fun. I'm glad I was there. So we'll jump right into it right after I tip the hat to the partners of Fully Threaded Radio. They make this podcast possible. The title sponsors of Fully Threaded Radio, Star Stainless, Global Fasteners, and Brighton Best International. Fully Threaded is also sponsored by Buckeye Fasteners and the Ohio Nut and Bolt Company, BTM Manufacturing, Eurolink Fastener Supply Service, Cressa, Indries International, InSequel Software, J. Lanfranco, MW Components, Fastener Technology International, Solution Industries, Volt Industrial Plastics, and Worth Industry USA. We talked to a lot of people at the FCH Sourcing Network booth this year. A lot of old friends and some newcomers to the Fastener Show. Some of them had not used FCH before, and it's so much fun to show people what's out there. 1.8 million listings, all free to use. Picked up some new users. Pretty cool. And some new Vegemite lovers. Well, maybe they're not lovers, but Brian likes to think so. Fantastic having partners like Brian and Lynn out there. And we had a lot of help from our friends this year with our booth and stuff like that behind the scenes. Appreciate all that. And Lynn has really hit her stride with the floor interviews. I don't know that she had too much trouble getting people behind the mic this time. So let's get right into that. And these are a little bit out of order. As a matter of fact, I did one interview only myself this time. That was before the show even opened. I had really good intentions, but fortunately, Lynn made up for that. Thanks for clicking in to Fully Threaded Radio, everyone. Here's what it sounded like at International Fastener Expo 2025.
So the show hasn't even opened yet. I'm standing here at the Trueform booth, Trueform Equipment, with Alex Pavlos. He's one of the principals of the company. I love the sound, Alex. I've been saying for years, we got to get a noisier fastener show.
Well, welcome to our booth, Eric. At Trueform Equipment, we sell, service, support, new manufacturing equipment, best of breed for the fastener industries. We have sorting machines you can hear in the background. We have cold headers that we represent. We have aerospace technology. We have a facility in Huntington Beach that we try to keep busy with the aerospace division and manufacturers out there. We actually just hired a new West Coast territory manager, Hans Ecke. So things are growing here at Trueform. We've been around for quite some time, and we look to stay here and get bigger.
Right on. Yeah, I just met Hans. He's got the eye of the tiger, so I think you did a good job in that selection. So you were telling me that you're doing, among other things, you're supporting aerospace, and you were characterizing that as maybe a little bit lagging from industrial. I mean, what were you saying on that?
Well, what I was saying earlier is the aerospace market is much different from the automotive or industrial market. The volumes are much less. The lead times are much longer, and there has been a lag in the last few years, but we're finally seeing it come to where we thought it would be. Things are exploding. We're getting a lot of RFQs for new equipment. A lot of new customers are reaching out to us, which is always a positive sign. And we were just seeing the market grow and grow and grow to a point where we needed a full-time guy out there, and we finally got him. So we're seeing some good things out of California in the aerospace market.
We're talking a lot about the return of domestic manufacturing. Of course, the tariffs may or may not be a driving force behind that. Over at Trueform Equipment, kind of what's your thinking on all that?
Well, I think there is some effect. I'm no economist. I'm no expert when it comes to tariffs. I sell manufacturing equipment, and obviously there might be some cause and effect from the tariffs, but it seems to be a lot more manufacturing is coming back to the U.S. and affecting what we're seeing here. Whether it's good or bad, I guess we'll find out in the next few years.
Well, I wish you the best, and looks like you're set up for a good show. You have a great position, a very noisy booth. I hope your neighbors will tolerate it, and really good to meet you, Alex.
Nice to meet you, Eric.
I'm over here with some of our favorite people, and I'm talking with
Sean Evans from Buckeye Fasteners.
What's happening at Buckeye?
Oh, a lot of good things. Growing our business. We just recently purchased a company by the name of Dyco. A lot of customers are familiar with them. Exclusive cage nut, Tenderman nut style provider, manufacturer. Show's been great so far. A lot of customers, a lot of interest in our booth. It's always good to see the waves of new people that don't know about Buckeye and the ones that have known about Buckeye for a really long time. And yeah, that's, just been the year so far. It's been a great crowd here at the show. Can't complain.
Did you go to the welcome party?
I did. It was a great turnout. It always is a great turnout. Wall to wall. Customers, suppliers, friends, people you've seen a bunch of times, new people. It's awesome.
The one thing I did notice from the two things, one that I really liked, the music was lower, so it wasn't as loud, and so I wasn't screaming at anybody. And the second was, do we always have lifeguards?
Yes, absolutely. They're incognito. You never noticed them before, but they were always there.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't know.
No, well, there's got to be. It's that type of crowd. You got to have the lifeguards around.
So, how long have you been coming to Vegas?
This will be my third show. I've been with the company 20 years now. Been to a lot of shows. This will be my third Vegas show. This is always a great show.
Is there any stories that you need to leave in Vegas?
Some that I probably don't remember that will remain in Vegas just for the fact that I can't remember them, and that's a good thing. Yeah.
Are you excited about Phoenix?
Absolutely. That's going to be a great turnout right there. That's going to be a good change. I got some family out there in Phoenix and visited them a couple times, but I try to go up north to the mountains and the Flagstaff area, but the Phoenix area is always a good time. It's hot down there.
All right. We're going to look to you to tell us where to go eat when we're at Phoenix.
All right. I'll let you know. Just see me down there.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See, you were perfect. All right. I happen to be walking by BBI, and guess who I'm talking with?
John Chu?
Isn't it exciting? Okay. Tell me about this booth.
Well, this is our 100th year, so we really decided to bring in a lot of history, not just for our company, but for the industry. And, we have the first edition of the IFE. We have so many photographs and pictures of our teams over the years, and actually quite a few companies have donated product as well for us to exhibit. So we really just want to celebrate the industry and celebrate the 100 year with everyone.
Oh, and it looks beautiful. I love all this gold framing and everything along some of the pictures here. So I'm going to come by tomorrow and take my time.
Please do. It's it's really for everyone to see, and if you've been a part of the industry, you'll be a fan of some of the memorabilia that we have here. So you're welcome to. Please do. Yeah.
I will. Now, tell me, how's basketball coaching?
I'm not a coach anymore, actually. So our league disbanded. Not because of everything I did, but there was, with little kids, parents, and coaches. There was a conflict between a parent and a coach, and it just became too big of an issue for the league to deal with. So the league disbanded because of that. But,
does your son still play?
Yeah. So he's doing travel ball now. Travel ball is intense.
And you're never home.
Yeah, they're never home. I mean, it's 4 days a week of practice and games, but he loves it, So one kid's into tennis, one kid's into basketball. We purposely try to pick different sports for them so that they wouldn't argue about it at home, and it's worked out pretty well. So, yeah.
That's great. Well, your coaching days, you could coach here at BBI.
Now. Yeah. It took so much time coaching. It's crazy.
Well, that's true. All right. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
All right. I'm here with
Heidi Voltrauer,
Francesca Lewis, Jill Lewis.
And they all have something in common. They all went to see The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. All right. How was it, ladies?
Amazing. So good. So good.
The tornado was the best part.
Were you in the tornado?
Yes. Now that's like, if you feel like you're in the tornado and there's wind blowing and they have the leaves blowing.
Actual leaves, yeah. Like
a couch is coming by.
The way they did the background, like expanding on the movie, felt like you were in Oz. Everywhere you looked was Oz. It was magical. Yeah.
Sit and the seats shake and they have those haptics or whatever it's called in them.
Brian is going to get in so much trouble because I wanted to go see it. He goes, The Wizard of Oz.
You should go.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody should go.
For sure. Wonderful. Absolutely.
All right, we just finished Empowering the Next Generation. It was a young fastener professional program, and I've got a mentor and a mentee here. I have the mentor,
George Hunt, Brighton Best International.
And the mentee,
Danny Maddock from Worth Industry USA.
All right. What did you learn from George?
I mean, just every little thing about the industry. I came in from having 1 year of experience, and then I was able to join the YFP program. And once I was able to get into that program, just the little functions that they had, the networking events, being able to talk with everyone, to ask those questions that really you don't have the opportunity maybe throughout your workday in general, but to be able to pick his brain and understand where he comes from a manager's side of view, really trickles down to me to learn how I want to grow up to be, to really get to that next level and what it takes to get to that level.
And how did you decide, all right, I want to be a mentor. I don't have enough to do.
Yeah, that's a great question, right? And that's probably the biggest hurdle for people to get in because they're just so busy, right? And they don't think they have enough time. But, I just truly believe that I've had so much support over the years, and I really shadowed some great individuals to get where I am today, that I owed it to this industry to give back and to help someone that needed the help to get to the goals and to the levels that they wanted to be. And I couldn't ask for a better mentee. I mean, Danny is just, jump in with both feet into the deep end and was just, awesome. We did it a little different than most, A lot of people get together quarterly and have discussions and read books. Danny wanted, to be on site, on scene. He wanted to see me in the element. He wanted to know, who to talk to and where to go and go to classes and meet people at tabletops and do the mixers. That, I believe, really encapsulates who he is as an individual and why he is transcended into a management role today in 2-3 short years that he's been in the industry.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been in the industry?
So it's been a little bit over 4 years, but after a year, I joined the YFP program. So, and then from that time on, I mean, George and we've consistently kept talking, at least, not more so or a little less than before, but he's still there, and I know he's still there. I know I could always lean on him to ask these questions because, like he mentioned, he likes giving back to the people, and that goes such a long way because everyone in this industry is very helpful. Like they want you to succeed, they want you to learn, and that's like one of the biggest things, and it's like a motivation thing to keep pushing me forward.
How did you get into the fastener industry?
To be honest, I graduated college, and when I moved back up here, I didn't even know that the fastener industry existed, and I could not imagine my life without it. When it came from Vince DeMora, who's actually one of his nephews is one of my good friends, and that's how I found out about the company. And I just thought, all right, this could be a great opportunity. I like what the industry, what it sounded like, and as soon as I joined, I haven't turned back, and I don't think I'll ever leave the industry.
Well, I think we're going to end it there. What else can we say? All right. I'm over here with the winners of the golf game. I'm here with
Jack Doback, B&D Cold-Headed Products.
And who else was on the golf team that won?
That was myself, Tim Quick, Eric Mason, and Brian Holmes.
And did you win? Was it like neck and neck with somebody?
Oh, absolutely. Every year it's neck and neck. There's a lot of good competitive golfers here in the fastener industry, so it's always a fun challenge to see how well we'll do when we come out to the show.
How long have you been playing golf here, and how many times have you won?
Oh, my goodness. We've been playing in the outing as long as I've been in the fastener industry, so probably 8 years now. And I think this is our third or fourth win here at the IFE show. We have a close-knit group of guys here who all like to play, so it's a lot of fun.
All right, so now tell me a little bit about B&D.
Yeah, B&D is a domestic cold-heading manufacturer doing all sorts of product from all different sorts of industries, from heavy truck to agriculture to construction to railroad, just kind of across the board, a great cold-headed source here domestically.
Do you feel a slowdown with the tariffs?
Actually, because we're 100% domestic, I'd say that we saw a little bit of an uptick from it. Pretty much everything we do, from the steel to every process that, goes into a cold-headed part, happens here domestically. So we found that a lot of customers were in a pinch with the tariffs and actually came to us when they were in a little bit of tariff trouble.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, a win there and a win on the golf course. Thanks for talking, Jack.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Dave Schnapel from Perigee Manufacturing.
And Sue Thomas from Perigee Manufacturing.
And Mike's here. Mike's wandering around here. And so I'm here at your booth. How has business been here at the show?
It's been going really well. A lot of people are coming by. I'm hearing a lot of how some of the distributors are wanting to get into the aerospace end of it. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah, we're having some decent inquiries and hopefully something pans out.
And what's your background that you're working for Perigee?
Myself, I've been in manufacturing for over 30 years. Started out prototype, and for the past 17 years, I've been inside sales. And early on, I was programming CNCs and setting them up. So that's my background.
Been in the business a while. How about you, Sue?
42 years. Started in connector hardware. Needed a job. Started as a receptionist, worked my way up, then went to work for my dad, stayed with him for almost 20 years, and then he sold the company. Started my own company, had it for 13 years, and I just happened to land in Mike's lap when I shut my company down, and he hired me.
I know.
And I love it. I love every minute of it.
Lynn, I've actually been lucky. I've worked for 3 family businesses. My family's business, and then 2 since then, and it's just been wonderful. And I just love being a part of making different parts.
I feel like there's oil in my blood.
Oh, there you go.
Probably is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful.
Jake Davis, BTM Manufacturing.
Wayne Wishnu, XL Screw Corporation.
And let's talk about the FDI, fellas. It's still over 50. It's 51. And forward is like 53, 54. What's that about?
Still trying to figure that out a little bit. Did have a little bit of contraction, down 54 to about 3 points to 51. I can't really say it. It will be interesting to see where it's at after September, just to speak on numbers for us, both distribution and manufacturing. Just that September's been really, really soft. I think you read some of the comments, and I think it's certain industries are still doing well and performing at a high level, not not a highest level. So interesting to see. I think inventories still remain high on the customer level. So just trying to weed through that as you see, in other industries that have slowed. So I feel like here in the next few months, we're going to be under 50 for a little bit.
I agree with Jake. We've talked before about my feelings of the FDI, and it's a great tool, but I've been in this industry too long, some people would say, and I just go by how I feel, what I see, and talking to people. I just don't see a lot of positivity moving forward. I don't see, I see the FDI probably decreasing. The uncertainty with tariffs, it's hard to bring in inventory because you never know, are they going to remove the emergency tariffs? Are they going to put 100% on for Russian oil? It's just difficult. It's hard to plan. It's hard to buy. You don't want to buy inventory and get stuck with high cost inventory, but then you still need inventory because the market is soft, but there is still business out there. And so we're trying to keep ahead of it inventory wise, but it's a difficult balance as an importer to try to manage inventory right now.
I think for us, I would not want to be in Wayne's shoes as a master distributor importer. For us, thankfully, on the distribution side, and even, we saw steel increases with BTM early on when the tariffs were being talked about in February, March, Q1 of 25. But now, it's been a pass-through opportunity for us to be able to raise our prices, have clear communication with our customers on both sides. And I think that also goes hand in hand with your suppliers. The relationships that you have helps navigate, it's just unknown and it changes daily, unfortunately. And I just me personally, I think I'm a supporter of it to a sense of just be consistent with it. You can't be waking up and throwing a dart at a dartboard and deciding, I want to do this today. That doesn't help the economy of scale at a whole level. So it's just a little bit more consistency, I think, will go a long way in navigating out of it.
It's just difficult to plan right now. We definitely need inventory. We're paying the tariffs. The price increases are natural. Everybody has to do it. We've absorbed what we can, but it comes to a point where in every industry, you just can't absorb these tariffs any longer. And naturally, the prices have to go up, and people are paying it. Are they happy about it? No. But people still need inventory. There are still some sectors, as Jake mentioned, that are still busy and still need inventory. So being on the master distributor side, it's really, really difficult to decide what to do. As far as the future, I just don't see a lot changing as far as tariffs, and I don't see anything positive where business is suddenly going to increase for any reason. A lot of our customers, as Jake said, the manufacturer or distributor inventory is lower. They're not bringing in as much. It's kind of in and out, bring it in, get it out, that nobody wants to hold any inventory anymore. So you got to have it to make sure that, you still need cash coming in and profits and all that type of stuff. So it's difficult. I wish I had a crystal ball, but we just go with my gut.
Guts are good.
Well, yeah, that intuition is one. The gut underneath my shirt is another thing, but we're working on it. Yeah.
Second that, ditto on that. Thanks, fellas.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm over here at Fall River, and I'm here with David Monty, and we're going to talk about the article that's in the Fastener International Journal on it's called The Working Journal, and it's on this one worker, Jean Lopez. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And folks, if you haven't read or seen these pictures, you should. They are fantastic. Tell us more about it, David.
Well, they came in and wanted to have a conversation with one of our employees. And Gene is a fantastic worker. He's been with us for, maybe 10 years. I'd probably have to read the article to get the right date. And he is in our threading department. He's the lead threaderman. And he's been through, if I told you his story with his family and his health issues, you wouldn't believe reading the article that he's there doing what he's doing today. Just a fantastic individual.
And what we were talking earlier, and you said everybody's, in the industry is worried about people. Go ahead with that, though.
If people say, what do I think the biggest threat is to our industry in terms of domestic manufacturing? It's finding and hiring the next group of workers. It's increasingly difficult, and I think that's one of the biggest threats, even higher than tariffs and everything else that's being discussed today, is finding the next generation of machine workers.
How is Fall River doing as a whole?
As a whole, we're doing fine. We're doing very well. COVID was a tough year, I think, for everybody. But coming out of COVID, we've had 3 consecutive years of tremendous growth, and we're in a very solid position. We're always looking to continue that growth and expand our product offering. And we see that continuing 2025 with all the tariffs and things has been a little bit unusual, but the forecast is 2026 should be a pretty good year as well.
Everybody, go read this article and go look at those pictures. They are great.
Will Snyder from WTC Managed IT Services. The show's great. We've had a lot of good leads, and there's a lot of good energy around, a lot of people so far. So it's paying off for us.
Will and I were just talking. The first time we met Will, we were at, I think it was Midwest Tabletop, and we were 2 tables out in the hall because they were so crowded. So from the tables out in the hall, you're doing pretty well here.
Yeah, we have a lot of fastener clients, probably more than 50, and so we are building this business well. A lot of clients and prospects here, so it's always beneficial for us to be here.
Thank you. All right, I'm here with
Nick Bennett from Ohio Rod Products, part of MW Group.
And so what do you want to tell me?
Well, we're happy to be at the show. I think it's incredible. I've kind of walked it already, but I've been to a number of shows, but it's I think it's got a great environment for relationship building and the networking. Already been networking with a number of distributors and inadvertently some suppliers. Didn't even know that supplied us, and ran into them. So it's having a great time. I think the setup is great for a good conversation and for good networking, and that's what I'm here for primarily. So.
Tell me a little bit more about MW Components. Can you tell me everybody who's in the group?
Absolutely. So MW Components consist of 25 group companies. The great thing about us is that we all manufacture in the USA. So I've never worked at a company until here that was exclusively manufacturing in the United States. And right now with the current administration, the way things are going, we're at an advantageous place, I think, to make parts in the USA. And so we have USA Supply. And to be quite honest with you, we have 3 divisions, springs, fasteners, and other precision components. So it's hard to describe to people what all we do. So I actually had a post on LinkedIn about this that said, when you ask us what do we do, the answer is yes, we can do that. Anything metal, fasteners, components, we do a wide range of product.
Very good. Very good. Now, Vegas. What are you doing on the last time in Vegas?
No, actually, mine was pretty quiet because I was supposed to help with setup. I came in late from Indianapolis, so I had kind of a boring time. The rest of the guys, they seem like they behaved themselves. I was here at the Open. I don't know if we'll have some dinners tonight. I will tell you, our management has been gone most of this time, and I'm like, where are they? Oh, they're 16, 20 minutes down the road at a restaurant meeting with somebody. So they're having all the fun, and I'm at the booth. But no, it's a beautiful environment. The weather's great. It's a little warm. As it always is, but nothing big planned yet, but we'll see for dinner and see what management tells me to do.
Thanks for talking with me, Nick.
It's been a pleasure. Appreciate you.
It's time for Meet the Neighbors, and here's our closest neighbor.
Jen with Hanger Bolt and Stud.
And I almost destroyed her booth. So, how's Hanger Bolt?
It's great. So this is my first year in the industry, my first IFE. Everybody's been so wonderful and welcoming. I love that it's like a big family.
It is like a big family. I've always been fascinated how the competitors can golf together, drink together.
Right?
It's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's everybody's friendly and nice no matter where you're coming from.
Okay, well, the next IFE will be in a different place for you.
It will.
Yes. Have you been in the fastener industry long or just this?
Just since January. So I'm brand new to all of this.
All right. Well, welcome to the industry.
Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. All right. We're at Meet the Neighbors, and across the way is
Anna Hasman and Chip Lippincott from American Fastener Journal and Fastener Technology International.
Wow. Well, what do you say? Last time in Vegas.
I know. It's been a great show so far. A lot of good people out, a lot of familiar faces, but we're excited for Phoenix next year. We're excited to see who else it brings out and to keep the good times going.
I can't say anything else. Okay, we're here with
Hans Fuller.
Canadian.
Or should I say Hans? Hans in Canada, Hans in the U.S. And there's always a controversy how you say it.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Oh, okay. Hans.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Poor guy. Now you got me all flustered. All right, last time in Vegas. What are your thoughts?
I am Vegas out. It's gotten too expensive. It's just, you walk away, you look at this hotel, you're $500-$600 a night for a room and all that. So I'm staying off the strip, a nice hotel, $220 a night. So I'm happy with that. And my breakfast was under $20.
Oh my gosh! Why didn't you tell us about this place? We're over at the Luxor. We're like hiking in.
Yeah. Well, I have to take an Uber, so that did cost me about $15 to get here. But no, it's I don't know. It's going to be weird from a point that here you know where you're going to go. Oh, and after the show you go down to Eye Candy, and you're kind of like you have a rhythm, you have what you're going to do. But I think I'm looking forward to a different location, and I think I'm looking forward to having a place maybe where you can't just leave, because here as soon as somebody walks out the door, they're gone. You will never see them again. Like you might run into them somewhere, but most likely not. Right. So I when I look back, and the most fun was back in Columbus when we all were at the I think it was the Hilton. Because there was nothing to do. You had Germantown, and I don't think there was one other place you could go, and everybody stayed down in the hotel, and it was just, it was a gong show, which is a reference that maybe younger people don't know, but...
Oh, well.
But, yeah, it was always, was a lot of fun, so we'll see. I'm looking forward to a different location, and it'll be cool. Like even maybe go to Chicago or something like that. Why not? That would be an interesting place to go.
It's a very interesting place, but it would be expensive too.
Would it?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be less expensive than more expensive than here.
You're right. There's lots of them.
I think this is as bad as it gets.
Yeah,
and
natural.
Yeah. This year we didn't have our booth, which I do kind of miss our booth a little bit. I don't miss totally working it.
We miss you having a booth.
Yes. So, walking the show has been different since I haven't done that for about a few years now. But just, with got my little suitcase here because I'm leaving at 4:00 in the afternoon. So,
well, we're glad you're here on second day. Like you said, a lot of people don't show up on second day.
I thought I'd get it all done yesterday, and I started in the Asian section. Then I kind of after lunch, I did about 3 rows, and that's all I could get done. I could get stuck talking to people. So,
I understand.
Hans Fuller was in a pretty good mood out there in Vegas this year, as you just heard. He had a little fun. And I'm glad, too, because after his appearance on episode 219 of the podcast, check that out if you haven't heard it yet, I didn't know what to expect. There's a lot of challenges facing the industry, and a lot of the comments that you're hearing and that you will hear touch on the tariff issue. So lots of serious business going on out there this year, and a lot of fun, too. Speaking of which, I picked up my new Stelfast monkey, which is now, of course, the Linfast Solutions Group monkey. He's got a cape on there with all the brand name logos on it, and I guess there's a little backstory to that cape this year. I don't know who tied my cape on, but they did a pretty good job. New style of monkey these days, but the legacy continues. A lot of legacies connected to the Fastener Show for sure, including the golf event, which was sold out again this year. And for all the golfers in the Fastener world, there are a lot of them. It's pretty exciting. I think a lot of guys just go out there to have fun, spend some time together, warm up for the big event. So let's get right to it. Coming in second place this year, a very honorable second place, I should say. They told me they played exceptionally well, which speaks to the first place team this year, but it was none other than Rob Big Country Reynolds of InSequel Software, along with AJ Gallo, Morgan Wilson, Brian Wheeler. So I guess we'll call it the InSequel Star Team. Congratulations, guys. I know you played really well, but edging them out, it was the A team from B&D Cold Heading. Now, I spent some time over in their booth. I don't know those guys that well. I do know Todd McRoberts. A few episodes back, you might remember he was on. He returned to the fastener industry, and he's with B&D these days. He was on the B team, which incidentally came in third. And sadly, guys, I don't have your names. So I promise I'll get that out on the next episode. So many notes here on my desk. But it was B&D Cold Heading taking top honors at the 2025 International Fastener Expo Golf Tournament. A few events I'll mention. There were several of them. On the first day, Monday, I attended the AI in Distribution session that was put on by Hawk Search. They're a company that's quite interesting. They're doing a lot of AI-powered searching and working with some very large companies. I believe they said their average company is between like 100 million and 300 million. So out of the range of a lot of fastener distributors, I guess. But it gave a lot of insight into what's actually happening out there. The session was pretty well attended. I definitely picked up some things. Very worth the time. On Tuesday, the first day of the show, of course, that was the Hall of Fame day, which I already mentioned. I really enjoyed that. I also had a chance to moderate a conversation on the subject of M&A, and that was with AFC head honcho Kevin Godin and also Dustin Ramsey, who is an M&A advisor, very knowledgeable. Those two discussed the high points of what goes into M&A from both sides of the deal, by the way. And I was very happy. That was also attended nicely. Got some good questions at the end. We actually ran a little over. I really appreciate the opportunity to participate in all that. The next day, even though it was early in the morning, started at 8 a.m., was Jackpot Marketing, of course, with Rosa Hearn from Brighton Best and Joe Shoemaker with AFC. I counted about 60 people there, so plenty of interest. I was also glad to get in on the breakfast buffet, I got to say. One shortcoming, I would say, of the show, and a lot of people did complain about this a little bit, is that there was not a lot of coffee on the show floor this year. Sadly, no U-Bolt blend. I talked to Jake Valdez Davis. BTM did not have a booth. He was there, but BTM wasn't there, so there was also no vending on the show floor. No coffee shop or anything, and you had to walk quite a distance to get it. And then when you got there, there was a line, and it was expensive. So that wasn't the best. We had to make do. Fortunately, there was lots of energy on the show floor. I'll tell you, if you went by the Jaylan Franco booth and started talking to Jason over there, he'd show you what energy is. The guy never stops. He looked like $1 million, and Jaylan Franco was looking lean and mean for sure. Oh, I also should mention, Emerald Expositions has formally announced next year's International Fastener Expo. The dates, October 7th through the 9th, 2026. That's happening in the Phoenix Convention Center, Phoenix, Arizona. You've got a little time to get prepped up for this. I'm sure more details will be coming, and they're going to be doing a lot of things to keep things interesting. And, also, speaking of that, I was talking to Ashley over there at Parker Fasteners. They're located right in the area in Buckeye, Arizona. Great name, huh? And I'm guessing Parker will be doing something special too. Looking forward to that. All right, let's get to this next group of floor interviews. Once again, thanks to the lovely and talented Lynn Dempsey. This is the Fully Threaded Radio IFE 25 recap episode. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Now let's get back to the show floor.
Here we are on second day, and this is when I like to walk around, get in early and walk around and just see what's going on. It's a big show. It's a little bigger than Fastener Fair, and we still do the no carpet in the middle, which is hard on old legs like mine. I'm in the camp of I'm glad we're leaving Vegas, and it's mixed. I've talked to a lot of people, and the show has been slower, they believe, than usual. It's expensive. Everything costs, so everybody's hoping for the new destination with Phoenix is going to be a little bit cheaper and stuff. I'm over here at the BBI booth, and they have their 100-year anniversary. And so their booth is sort of like a little museum to the 100 years. They've got some great stuff. We've got some old-time pictures in gold frames and stuff. What a great legacy to be part of, 100 years. So it's very cool. Their party last night was just absolutely fabulous. Everybody dressed up sort of like the 20s and in gold. They were masked at the table. It really was a good thing. Oh my gosh, I've got a picture here, Brighton Best, 1986. Holy moly. So it's a very neat display here. Now, when you first walk in, of course, we have the big shots. We have Continental Aero. We have R&D fasteners, alloyed stainless steel. We have industrial rivet and fasteners. We have Gobel. And of course, we all look at it as we walk on this hard cement. You jump into the booth to get relief. And Gobel, I tell you, that's the number one place to jump off in. They say they've got really thick carpeting. So then I'm right on it right now, and it is very thick. It's wonderful. We have Dorkin, and of course we have the Linfast Group. We have Optimus, Brixton's right in front. So it's a very cool thing. We had a company that didn't try. They actually had, if you all remember, beer pong, except it was with big garbage cans and big, I can't think of what you call the things that you throw into the can. And I have to stop over to see who won. The company's name was Crossroad. And unfortunately, I didn't see it. I don't know if you had to drink like a bucket of beer. That I have to find out, which you'll have to stay tuned. We've got WTC, Ken Foraging, always a good sponsor. And then you walk into the India, China, the international section where you've got Taiwan and India, China. We have 2 education sessions that is done by Worth. One's in the international group, and one is on our other side here. Lots and lots of lectures. I will say the lectures have been full. This is the fullest I've seen them. So, of course, a lot of it's been on tariffs and stuff. So a lot of good information given on that. Tariffs and, of course, AI. We're hoping for a good, busy day. However, we had a couple of good hours. And then it kind of petered down, and so everyone's hoping for a better second day. All right, as promised, I've got Crossroads here, and they're in early. So I'm talking to
Scott Campbell.
All right, so tell me about this bucket ball.
Well, we had people qualify in our booth with 4 stations. And if they qualified, they were able to enter the bucket ball team championship. And as you can see from our chart here, that we had some pretty heavyweight finalists. The quarterfinals were Brighton, ABS, IFE, and American Ring. ABS and American Ring were in the final, and American Ring won the day.
Well, American Ring wins a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
they're good golfers, and they're very competitive. All right. So now, it's kind of like beer pong. Did they have to drink if they got it in?
No, they drank before.
Oh.
They had to, in the final, they had to chug a beer before they competed.
Really? All right. I'm going to go talk to that American Ring.
It was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
So tell me about Crossroads.
Crossroad is a master distributor selling to distributors only across North America, Central, and South America. We specialize in thread repair, although we have some other accessories like easy chamfer that will chamfer steel, wood, pretty much any material. We are the stocking Midwest distributor for a Fix Alliance and also the Black Book Technical Series.
Well, thank you for talking with me so early in the morning.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, I'm here at the Best Cushion booth. You've been rated number 1.
Thank you.
I'm here with
Christian from Go Bell.
All right, so are you going to miss Vegas?
I'm looking forward to Phoenix.
Okay. All right, well, that's good. Yeah. Have you been to Phoenix? At the convention center?
I have not, actually, so that's kind of my excitement for a new venue, kind of change of scenery, so it should be interesting.
And I'm looking forward to it, and I ditto what you say here. Anything you want to tell me about Gobel here?
We're just keep pushing forward. Newest thing coming out from us is the 2-piece lock bolt systems. We're doing equivalents to all those, so keep an eye out for those in the near future.
All right, wonderful. I'm here with
Baron Yarborough, KT Bolt.
All right, so last time in Vegas.
Las Vegas. It's been a pretty good one. I think it was a very busy show yesterday. We have a great booth placement, and this is the second day of the show. This is the first time I'm getting out away from the booth, so obviously we've been busy. So it's been a good show. Really hope to see what Phoenix is going to look like next year.
Yeah. Now, are you leaving some memories in Vegas that should stay in Vegas?
No comment. I plead the fifth.
Okay, we'll leave it with that. I know. I'm over here in tools, as you can hear, and I found Lonnie from Smart Cert. What's Smart Cert doing in the tools?
We're not exactly sure, but it's been interesting to watch the machining. Just a little bit harder to have conversations.
That I can understand. So, last time in Vegas.
Yes, it's comparing shows. I think we see a lot of familiar faces, which we also appreciate. I think FaceTime with customers and prospects for us is really critical. We love hearing companies that are prioritizing the kind of automation and efficiencies we know we can deliver on. So far, so good.
Yeah, we'll see how Phoenix is, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that was our old stomping ground for some time. I love that it's downtown in Phoenix because I was telling everyone they sort of have had a really great revival down there. It used to be the downtown area where you didn't really visit after dark. And with a lot of new apartment buildings coming up, the restaurants have come in now, and it's going to be a really fun city to be in.
All right, I am here at
IFE, Las Vegas.
Well, I know that, but what booth?
We're Industrial Rivet and Fastener.
And you are?
I'm Steve Sherman, Vice President.
How is the show?
It was good. Las Vegas it brings back memories year over year. I've been coming here for about 20 or something like that, 15 or 20. And it was great to see it turn out. Like to see people actually advertising here and bringing their booths and some of the interactions that we're having. It's positive.
Are you ready to leave Vegas? I mean, we've been coming here that long too, and I'm ready. Are you?
I think a change is refreshing. With every change is an opportunity, and I love Phoenix as well. So I'm looking forward to what IFE can do in Phoenix.
All right, great. Anything you want to tell me about Rivet King? You got anything coming out?
Well, we have lots of great products. We start with the fastener. We're experts in permanent mechanical products. Rivets are another simple word for that. We believe that rivets are the most economical way of assembling product. We don't need to follow the helix of a bolt. The fastener itself is permanent, and it provides customers or end users and distributors with a really low cost of solution of assembly.
Thank you for talking.
Thank you.
Tony Bernier, Impact Tool Supply.
How are things? We met at Midwest, and now I had to come over to the tools and find you, and you're next to our friend Smart Cert. So how's the show going?
Show's going well. A little bit slower today than yesterday, but that's to be expected. Second day, we usually see exhibitors. First day, we see more, people coming out for the show. They're probably all hungover for the second day. Appropriately so, being in Vegas. Maybe it'll be less so next year in Phoenix. I guess we'll see.
Yes, that is true. Now, I'm looking at all this metal, steel on your table here. What about tariffs?
So we have a wide range of products. We're 10% owned by a company in Taiwan. In some cases, given the shortage of American labor, we have to semi-finish parts here, send them to Taiwan for finishing, and they send the parts back to us. But even with that being the case, that we might have to charge, or we do have to charge a little bit more for the parts, but our tool life, I think, is second to nobody in the industry. And so we're still able to, I believe, have the highest value parts in the industry, where you can get the most parts per tool.
Hopefully it picks up later on. The drinkers have rolled out of bed.
They have the hair of the dog underneath them, and they're ready to come in and start walking the show again.
Yes. Otherwise, we'll see you in Phoenix.
Yes, sounds good.
Okay. All right. We're at the Meet the Neighbors, and here's one of our fire neighbors.
This is Matt with W.J. Roberts Company.
All right, so tell me, the show?
A little slower than I remember. Some good quality leads in the morning yesterday, but after that, I mean, it tapered off, but there's been traffic.
Yeah. Today is, the second day seems busier, not busier than the first, but busier than other second days.
Yeah, no, I mean, a couple quality leads came through this morning, and that's really all it takes. You need one good lead to make the show worth it anyway, so we hope for the best.
And that's true. Tell me about W.J. Roberts. What do you have going on?
So, 53 years in business, domestic manufacturer of spacers and standoffs.
So domestic, no tariff troubles?
No tariff troubles. A little bit on raw material, but it's enough to offset everything else. We can still be pretty competitive right now.
Okay. Will we see you in Phoenix?
We will definitely be in Phoenix. We got our booth reserved.
All right. I'm over here at Patriot Bolt, and they've been in the news and Fastener Tech magazine and stuff. And I'm here with
Bryce Oliveira. I'm the VP of Sales at Patriot Bolt.
All right. So tell me about Patriot Bolt. I'm not really familiar with you guys.
You know, Lynn, we're a specialty bolt manufacturer. We're focused on, fast turnarounds, exotic alloys, really just meeting customers' needs. We're really focused on the service side of the business, asking the right questions and, just making cool parts and taking care of customers.
You're always very bright. We love the red, white, and blue at all the shows and everything. Yes. So how has the show been?
The show's been great. The theme this year, we went with kind of fast, speed, race car theme, accurate. So we wore our race car outfits yesterday, and I think it's been good for us. It's been a good show, a lot of traffic, good clients, good customers, good potential. So yeah, we're happy with the show. I would rate it as one of the better shows we've done.
Thanks for talking.
Awesome. Thanks, Lynn.
All right, we're at Meet the Neighbors, and I'm across the way, and here is
Dale Stahl with All Electronics Hardware. Thank you, Lynn, for the introduction. We are a plastics injection molder. We do all of our molding in the Chi-Town area, so if you're looking to onshore or looking to break the status quo, reach out to AEH.
Perfect. Yeah, that's why you put. All right, I'm here with
Tracy Lumia, Distributors Link Magazine.
And you had a very special honor. Your mama got honored yesterday. Tell me about it.
Yes, in the Hall of Fame. I am so incredibly happy and honored that the committee decided to choose her. She had passed away 13 years ago, and they wanted to recognize her and her accomplishments. And it was wonderful to get on stage yesterday and tell everybody about what I love about her and what I feel she contributed to the industry. And it was a great day.
All right, you're going to make me cry. Oh. So, all right, I'm over at In Sequel here, and we kind of got a break in action, and I'm here with
Brandy Bertoya.
Christy.
Darren. Ron.
Suzanne.
All right, so how do you guys all feel about the show moving?
We're excited for a change of scenery, change of pace.
Yeah, I think it's exciting to change it up after we've been here for so long.
I think Phoenix will be exciting.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is going to be great. It's going to be a nice change of pace for sure.
You're going to miss Vegas. I can tell. I'm not going to miss Vegas. I'm ready to leave. You're not ready, are you?
This is my third year, and, I feel like once you've been through the Strip once, you've kind of seen it all. So,
yeah, and it's like my 20th year. I'm like, I am so tired of Vegas. How about you?
Oh, I love Vegas, but I'm really looking for a change of pace with Phoenix.
All right. I think we all agree. All right. So what memories do you guys have that you want to stay here in Vegas? Oh, you should see their shocked faces. Too bad I don't have cameras here. All right. Not a fair question. Nobody else has answered that either.
Okay, that's fair.
Nobody else has. Nobody.
Does it stay in Vegas if you say it?
I don't know. Why don't you say it?
Nope.
All right. So what else do you want to tell me about In Sequel?
So we are really focused on enhancing all of our e-commerce solutions and really just our product in general. I mean, it's this constant improvement and trying to make our customers more efficient and adding in different automation pieces where we can to try to lessen the burden on our customers and make their jobs more valuable and more efficient.
That says it all. Thank you, In Sequel. Thank you. Okay, I'm over here at Ken Foraging, and I'm with
Connor Kovac, Chief Strategy Officer.
Deanna Wall, Sales and Marketing Manager.
And they happen to be in the same class that I got into, but I got into a little late with Joe Shoemaker from AFC and Rosa Hearn, which was on marketing. So tell me about it.
Well, I thought it was really interesting, and being new in the industry, in the space, I'm unfamiliar with like different marketing strategies with this, and I thought they really shed some great light on some great benchmarking techniques to really help carry us forward. And I think we'll be taking those back and reviewing those and seeing how we can implement those ourselves.
Yeah, I think they did have a lot of good real life scenarios and things that we can capture, data that we can analyze and, hopefully put a new marketing plan in place and capture more sales that we don't currently have.
Joe, when he was up there talking, I thought it was interesting. He brought up the initials, the ABC, which is always be closing, and that was what I grew up with, all right? And you should all be doing like ABE, always be educating. Yes. How do you feel about that?
I feel it's very important because if you don't know yourself what you're providing, solutions you're providing your customers, how are they supposed to know as well? So not only do you need to educate it's helpful to educate your customers, but you also need to be educated as well and take the steps to support the education of your staff. So
I think it's important with the products that we sell, because we do have to teach our potential customers about the products, and then they can educate their customers, and eventually you're building those long-standing relationships.
Okay. And then Rosa had us do the E, draw the E on the forehead. All right, how'd you guys do on that?
I think I did it. I was facing Deanna, and so I did it facing her. But I think that's because that's the culture of Ken Forging, as we are always customer facing and emphasizing how our customers view us and what's going to be most beneficial to them. So that's attributed to the culture. That's what I.
Yep, I would agree with what Connor said. We're very customer service oriented. Treat every call, every customer like it's the only call you're going to get that day. And I think Rosa does emphasize that in her presentation and what she teaches.
Yes, I agree with you. Two different lecture styles, as we would say. Great information all the way through. But yeah, two different presentations there. So I'm assuming that E was correctly drawn towards each other. All right, okay. Just checking there. All right. Anything else you want to say about the class?
Well, I had the opportunity to go last year, and I think this year was just as great. And I think Rosa is a great resource. And I think we'll take back some of the things that we learned today and take it to our team and hopefully, gain some new marketing strategies and new customers.
I think it's awesome how our presenters were able to cater to both myself, who's new to the industry, and also a veteran like Deanna, who has a vast amount of knowledge. I think they were able to cater to all of us, and each of us with different perspectives, and we all have something different to bring back. So I'm very grateful for that.
Thanks for talking. All right. I'm over here with our friend Nick from
Vogelsang Fastener Solutions.
All right. How's the show?
The show has been a very interesting show. I'm hoping that it's a success. Yesterday morning was extremely busy and went all the way to noon, and then people went out to eat, and we didn't see them again for the rest of the day. Though this morning, surprisingly, on the second day, we had more people come through, and I'm excited about that prospect.
How's business been?
Business was very rough to start the beginning part of the year. The second quarter was very solid, and third quarter was stronger than that. So we'll end up being up for the year.
Wow. So you agree with the FDI? That's like, I think 51 or something, 52?
Yes, I agree that things are going in a positive direction right now.
All right. And have you been able to plan for next year? Or is everything kind of on hold, waiting to see what happens?
We are doing both. We're playing the middle ground. We are making some plans for next year. There's some other bigger shows that we've kind of held off. So we'll see what we're going to do. It's going to really depend on how the next few months go with our government.
And you just kind of recorded everybody else that I've talked to. Yes. That is true. We're all on hold.
Yes. Until further notice, because 6 of our plants are over in Europe. So we're right now subject to a 50% tariff, which is not going to be a long-term sustainable. So we're hoping that calmer minds prevail.
Yes, let's hope.
Yes.
All right.
Anders Green from ALOX.
Oh, let's talk about your lecture on AI.
lecture makes it sound like I was admonishing everybody, which of course, it was instructional. We talked a little bit about AI because everyone does. And what I noted there was a report from MIT recently that said 95% of corporate AI projects are failing. Or at least not producing good ROI. And that sounds awful, but then you think, so 5% really are working, and this is exceptionally promising, because really AI right now is sitting in the same spot the internet was in 1998. So when we all thought that the internet was going to do everything, and then pets.com collapsed, and no one did any commerce on the internet for a decade. But then you look where we are now. I think that's where we are now with AI, is that, yeah, we tried a lot of stuff and people spent a lot of money and a bunch of it went into the toilet, but we're starting to find out what works.
And that is true. Brian always says that too. He says AI, we don't know if it's working yet, but it will.
It will. I think that we're getting a lot of experience there. And we also, I discussed a little bit about cloud technology, and we got pretty deep into what is an actual virtual machine and how can that help a fastener distributorship maybe increase their safety and reliability and connectivity. And how that works. So that was super fun for me, and I think people took away some good info from it.
Yeah, and you had a pretty good crowd there.
Oh, yeah. And IFE has been doing a good job of promoting these events and the speakers, so I'm super happy with how it turned out.
And I am too. I even took notes.
Oh, you're an excellent student.
Yes. Thank you very much. All right, I'm here with Carmen Vertulo, and let's talk about Lawrence.
Well, Lawrence Klaus is, no exaggeration, an absolute precious person in our business, in the industry. I've known him for over 20 years. I first met him when he came on board to help teach the Certified Fastener Specialist class, and it's no exaggeration when I say, starting from there, he was training before that with his own company, NNI. Now he's the IFI training director, and he has probably put together more training programs, had more fastener professionals in his classrooms than all the other of us put together, maybe double that many.
And he's joined you on the wall, right?
He joined me on the wall, yeah. That's what this is all about, I guess. We are both Fastener Hall of Fame recipients. It's a real honor to have been able to talk about him at the award ceremony. We have a couple things in common. We both have adopted kids. We love fasteners. We love our family. We love Jesus. He's a great leader in his church at home. Him and his wife have 5 kids, 2 of whom were foster kids and now adopted. And I will tell you, he and Kate give their lives to those kids, especially the adopted ones who would not have a life without what they've done for them. So they're really very special people. He's a scoutmaster. He's a baseball coach. He serves on all the fastener committees. He's chairman of a couple of different committees, or at least sub-chair. I know he's chair of the SAE Fastener Committee and chair of at least 2 subcommittees on ASCM F16. And he shows up. He's there when you need him. I love working with him. And plus, I thought he was younger than he is. I said, unlike me, we don't have this in common. He's got a lot of tread left on him, but he's 59 years old, he said. And I said, he looks like he's 35.
So we'll get him to do the mutter, right?
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, he lives right near where the bed build was and the MWFA meeting. Lincolnshire. He said he could almost walk there. I think he came over to look at the bed build last time, but we love him, and I'm always happy to get to work with him. Lois and I got to know him and Kate pretty well coming to these meetings, and she comes now and then. She can't come very often because they got those 5 kids, and she can't get out that often.
But we both wish congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations to you, Lawrence. Well deserved. and it's kind of like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You wonder, how did that guy get in there? And that guy's still not in there. When I got it, I thought Lawrence should have had this a long time before me.
But now you're both in it, so that's good.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's very good. We'll see him at the next FTI event, I'm sure. I think LA CFS class coming up.
All right. Thanks for talking, Carl.
All right. Thank you.
Fully Threaded Radio is a production of Fasteners Clearinghouse.